Hello, my dear YouTube friends. Today we're talking about clutter and a quote that one of my patrons, she said this in our last live on my Patreon channel, and I thought it was so great. I wrote it down and I said I'm going to make a video about it. And her quote was, "Clutter hides in clutter." And that is so true. So today we're going to delve into what clutter is and how to get rid of it, and then what does it mean clutter hides in clutter. So today I'm going to give you the definition of household clutter, my definition, and that's clutter is any excess or disorganized items in your home that are currently not needed or aren't used or aren't properly stored. And clutter is that stuff that makes the space feel crowded, messy, and hard to navigate. Can you think of any items that would make things feel crowded, messy, or hard to navigate in your home if it's cluttered? Excess toys, I think of that one first. Legos, doll clothes, all kind of things. So your own things, your own clothes. Okay, so first of all, things that don't have a home. Let's talk about that. Things without a clear home. So that would be things like papers, just those papers that have piled up and you haven't been doing the paper routine. The paper routine means you go through things about an inch of paper once a day for the first thing in the morning when you're having your coffee. And that means you're going to get through an inch a day. That's going to be 6 inches a week, 12 inches in 2 weeks, that's a foot. So in a month, 2 feet of paper. So if you have your ceilings are 8 feet tall, if you have 8 feet of paper in 4 months, it'll all be gone. How long have you had that paper? Maybe you have 24 feet of paper. Just do the math. You're going to get rid of 2 feet of paper a month by going through Monday through Saturday, 1 inch of paper. That's this knuckle to this knuckle. That's an inch. 1 inch of paper in the morning when you're having your coffee before the family gets up. Quickly. Don't overthink. It's clutter. It's trash. 99% of it, studies say 99% of this is purely old trash. So don't overthink these pieces of paper. Get rid of them. Okay? Papers, one thing. Mail, same thing. And most of the mail that we have, if you haven't opened it already, believe me, if it was a bill, you knew about it and you either had the item, you lost the item, they've either turned it off or taken it back, or you paid the bill. So old bills aren't necessary to keep if you pay them. If you know you haven't paid them and you see something, you say, "Oh, I need to pay that," right? So that would be one thing. The other thing in mail is garbage. So much of the mail we get today is garbage. When you come in from the mailbox, make sure you throw it in the garbage immediately. It has your name and address on it. Oh, horrors. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to go through your garbage to get your name and your address. They can get that off of the internet very easily. So don't think about having to shred and overthink doing all this stuff. Oh my goodness, throw it in the garbage. There's 2 things I don't want you to throw in the garbage unattended. That would be your social security number or an active account number. If it's an inactive account number, like an old credit card that's been canceled, it doesn't matter. What are they going to do? It's a dead credit card. But if your social security, people get a hold of that, or they get a hold of an active bank account number, for example, that wouldn't be good. So you want to find the page with it on it. So an account statement from a bank doesn't have it on every page. It's usually just on one page, the front page. Your account number. Take a black permanent marker and mark it out. Or tear it up in little bits. Or throw oatmeal on it. It doesn't matter. Because frankly, nobody's going through the garbage anymore. They aren't. They're going through the computer. Be very careful with your security on the computer. Not my area of expertise. You have to look into that yourself. But those are the 2 things, the only reasons you need to shred anything. Don't be crazy and shred garbage mail. Don't do that. Or all the pages that don't have anything on it but balances. No one cares they don't know who that belongs to or what account that's in. Okay? All right. And frankly, you should be getting any bank account statements online nowadays. And if you need to print it, you can, but you shouldn't need to print it because you can pull it up. And if you need an old one, like years old, you can go to the bank and they'll pull an archived copy for you. They may charge you a couple dollars, but how often are you going to need something like that? Not very often at all. As a person who worked at a bank, I can tell you that. Okay, so you want to get rid of papers, mail, random objects left out on your countertops. Random objects on, look at your countertop. Can you see them from here? Can you see them in your mind's eye? What's on your countertops that don't belong there? What things are on there? Is the dog's leash laying on the island? Does it belong there? I know you think it might, but that's not a good place for a dog's leash. That's a place for food and sitting and sharing, not a dog's leash. So you want to create a hook or an area for the dog's leash. That's just one example, all right? So those are places without a clear home. So we need to make a home for them. And then we need to start going through those things as well, like the paper and getting rid of it. The other is things without a purpose. These are things that you want to get rid of. Things without a purpose, or if they don't have a purpose, yeah, you want to get rid of things without a purpose. So what are they? Duplicate or unused items. Duplicate or unused items. How many of those do you have? Those things could be extra kitchen gadgets. Do you have a rolling cookie cutter that was something your mother used in the 50s, if you're my age, and you never have ever used it, and you're never ever going to use it, and just because you've had it for so long doesn't make it special. It's an old plastic and metal cookie cutter that you're never going to use, and probably you never used it because you tried it once and it was way too difficult. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And you can get rid of it by giving it away to Goodwill, or you can throw it away. It's your call. Let's see, what else do we have that are, old decor. Oh, that's a good one. Old decor. Do you have old decor in your home? Things that have become outdated, pictures that no longer suit, don't match your interior, bedspreads that you saved, sheets that you saved, shoes that you saved. I mean, we're in a whole nother area, but let's go back to decor. Pictures that you saved, maybe silk flowers that you saved, and you're not using them anymore. That needs to be given away or thrown away. Those are things with no purpose in your home. Another thing, clothes that you are not wearing or have not worn. Those don't have a purpose. If you're not wearing them, they don't fit you, you don't like them, they're too scratchy, the color's awful on you, whatever, we're going to get rid of those clothes. If they are worn, torn, we're going to give them, and you're not going to wear them. If it's torn and you're going to wear it, you're going to fix it, then put it in your repair pile and fix it. But don't make that be a huge repair pile, because you'll never do it. But if it needs a button, or maybe the seam is split and you know how to whip it up, then fix it. Otherwise, get rid of it. Okay? So clothes, we're getting rid of those. Oh, and one of the reasons people keep clothes is because they think about how much money it costs them. Or anything. They think about how much money it costs them. When did you spend that money? That's right, years ago. Or it was given to you, so you didn't spend any money, but maybe it's a valuable object, or it had a value at one time. If you're not wearing it, it has no value whatsoever. It has a result, and that is taking up room in your house. And if you think about how much your house costs by square foot, then it's costing you to keep these items. So let's get rid of them, okay? All right. Things that you don't use regularly. Things you don't use regularly. That would be things that you keep just in case. That's what I was starting to say before, just in case. It's things that you keep just in case, but you rarely or never use them. You rarely or never use them. Oh, I'm going to keep this teapot just in case I have friends over for tea. Well, now you're 80 and you never have had friends over to tea. It's unlikely that you're going to start now. Or you're 40 and you're super busy with kids and friends and nobody wants tea anyway. And when you want tea, you go to a special place and have a high tea with friends, and that's a special occasion. But if you're not using that teapot and you're never going to use it, or you rarely use it and you hardly have room, and it's making your house feel cluttered and disorganized, and it's just one of the millions of things you have that need to go, don't feel bad about letting it go. Okay? Let's see. Finally, the other thing that happens is that we have piles that build over time. Piles that build over time. We have talked about mail before. How about magazines? Are you still getting magazine subscriptions? Are you really reading them? I gave them up years ago because I got sick and tired of reading advertisements. I felt like I was just paying to read advertisements, and the articles weren't that great. So if I do want a specific magazine, I can buy it at the grocery store when I want it. It will save me loads of money to do that instead of having them come into the house and pile up, and then I don't know what to do with them. So it's best to get rid of them as soon as you read them or pass them on to your doctor's office or whatever. Receipts are another thing that pile up. Receipts in your purse, receipts on the counter, receipts in your bedroom table. Do you really use those receipts, or are they so faded by the time you look at them you don't even know what they're for and you have to throw them away? If you have receipts, you want to make sure you're putting them in a monthly folder. It says these are the receipts for June, right? And you can even go further and divide them into folders in the folder. So it can be, these are business expenses, these are household expenses, these are these are deductible gifts that I've given away. These are my receipts. And don't fool yourself. Most of these things, you have to have quite a few of them to add up to be worth taking off of your income tax. A lot of times you've just saved it for nothing. So ask about that and find out. And finally, another thing that piles up, laundry. Laundry piles up, and that can become clutter that makes your house feel like it is crowded, messy, and hard to navigate. Can you get around in your laundry room with piles of laundry that haven't been done or piles of laundry that hasn't been put away? It's going to be the consistency of doing your laundry on a daily basis or a weekly basis, depending on your situation, washing it, drying it, folding it, hanging it up, and putting it away. Laundry is not done until it's folded or hung up and put away. Okay, so all of that is clutter. And how can clutter hide in clutter? You can't even find the things that you need to get rid of if you have so much clutter. So you're going to start decluttering to find some clutter that you didn't even know you had. Haven't you done that before? You say, oh, look what I found. I forgot about this book. It must have been in here for 5 years. I always wanted to read this book, but right now you've got no time to read this book, and so you're going to keep it just in case. Not a good reason. It was an expensive book. Not a good reason. A friend gave it to you and you feel guilty. Not a good reason. Clutter is hiding in clutter. It's not things that you need to keep necessarily. Okay? All right, so that's our talk today about clutter hiding in clutter, what household clutter is, and how you think about it. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you need help with your clutter, please feel free to go to my Patreon channel. You can sign up for $6.50 a month to listen to 6 videos a week telling you exactly what to address every day. And also in there, I have different tiers where you can come on and be mentored by me. I have a $35 tier, which is once a month. That's generally for people who have been mentored in the past and need a refresher course, or you want to put your toe in and see if it's something that you would really like. If you really would need help with being mentored twice a month is $50. 4 times a month is $100. And if you can't do 100, but you can do more than 50, there's 3 times a month for $75. I also have a once a month, 1 hour financial class. So it's a one-on-one with me to help you get your finances in shape if you're out of whack. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.